Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, Teacher Tiffani. In this episode, I am going to teach you 5 new English vocabulary words related to a specific topic. And that topic is American news and media. Now, these 5 words are going to help you speak English fluently, like a native English speaker, about this topic. So, are you ready? Well then, I'm Teacher Tiffani. Let's jump right in. This is something that I am very passionate about. Learning English based on a topic. So, our topic is American news and media. And the very first word I want to teach you is journalism. Good. Again, I want you to repeat after me. Journalism. Excellent. Last time after me. Journalism. Great job. Now, this topic of American news and media is a topic that we speak about a lot. And included with this topic is the idea of journalism. Now, journalism as a word just means the activity or profession of writing for newspapers, magazines, or news websites, or preparing news to be broadcast. Once again, the activity or profession of writing for newspapers, magazines, or news websites. So for journalism, I want you to think about an individual who really enjoys talking about the news, who really enjoys knowing about current events, and this individual starts writing about the news. Starts writing for newspapers, starts writing for magazines. This is an example of what? Journalism. Makes sense, right? There's actually a YouTube channel that I follow, and this guy is an amazing journalist. He really loves journalism, and he reports on new things happening in our world. Journalism is a very important part of what? American news and media. So I want us now to look at some example sentences using this term journalism. We have 3 specific sentences that use this word. The very first sentence is, good journalism requires thorough research and unbiased reporting. Sentence number 2. Investigative journalism often uncovers important societal issues. And finally, the decline of print journalism has led to an increase in digital news platforms. So, once again, we're speaking about this word journalism. Excellent. And remember, this is the very first word connected to our topic of American news and media. Now I want us to go to our next term, our next word related to this topic. The next word is editorial. Good. Again, after me. Editorial. Excellent. Last time after me. Editorial. Great job. Now this term editorial, again, we use it when we're speaking about American news and media. And this term literally just refers to an article or a newspaper article or magazine expressing the editor's opinion on a topical issue. It can be used as a noun or an adjective. We're going to stick with the noun form. Again, an article in a newspaper or magazine expressing the editor's opinion on a topical issue. So remember, I explained earlier that learning English based on a topic is the best way to learn, especially when you get to the intermediate and advanced level. So now we see this term is speaking about newspaper articles and magazine articles expressing an opinion on a specific topic. In English, we say editorial. You got it. I love it. You know, back in the day, before we had the internet, before we had computers, before we had online news websites, we actually only got newspapers. And I remember my dad getting the newspaper and reading different articles. And many times those articles will be connected to the editor or an editorial. You got it? Excellent. All right. Now I want us to check out these example sentences using the term editorial. The very first sentence is, the editorial criticized the government's handling of the health care crisis. Good. Next, editorial policies determine which topics are covered by a news organization. And finally, she enjoys writing editorial pieces on social justice issues. Now, the last two sentences were an example of using the word as an adjective. Why? Because the adjective form of editorial means relating to the editorial content or process. So again, this term editorial, we're speaking about American news and media. And this term editorial is our second word related to this topic. Now remember, I'm emphasizing the importance of learning English words based on topics. And actually, each and every day of the week, from Sunday to Friday, I send out a free email newsletter. In the email newsletter, I actually include 5 new terms for a specific topic each day from Sunday to Friday. You can get this free email newsletter. All you have to do is go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. Once again, www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. The words that I'm teaching you right now are actually found in that email. So for this topic, again, we have journalism and editorial. Our next word, the third word about this topic, is coverage. Good. Again, after me, coverage. Excellent. Last time after me. Coverage. Great job. Again, this is our third word about the topic, American news and media. And this term coverage has a simple meaning. The term coverage just means the extent to which a particular topic or event is reported on or discussed by the media. So there are many different topics that are discussed during a news program or in a newspaper article. But coverage, again, refers to the extent. Are they talking about it in detail? Are they talking about it often? Once again, the extent to which a particular topic or event is reported or discussed. How often is this topic coming up? Is there great coverage or little coverage? Make sense? Excellent. All right. So now I want us to check out these example sentences using this term. Again, about American news and media. Here's the first sentence. The news coverage of the presidential election was extensive. You could see it all over the news. And actually right now, that's going on in America at the time of this recording. Once again, the news coverage of the presidential election was extensive. Next, example number 2. Media coverage of the natural disaster helped raise awareness and support for victims. And finally, the magazine's coverage of fashion trends is highly influential. You got it? Yes. So again, our third term about this topic of American news and media is coverage. Good. One last time for pronunciation practice. Coverage. Excellent. All right. So again, we have journalism, editorial, and coverage. Now let's move to our fourth term related to this topic. The fourth term related to this topic is headline. Good. Again, headline. Excellent. Last time after me. Headline. Great job. Again, this is our fourth term about this word. So what does the term headline actually mean? This term headline, again, used when speaking about American news and media. This term headline just means a heading at the top of an article or page in a newspaper or magazine, typically in large type, summarizing the content that follows. So when you look at a newspaper or when you look at a magazine and you see the title, right, describing the article, we call that a headline in English, right? Again, it's just the heading at the top of an article or page in the newspaper, right? We say a heading is a headline. You got it? Excellent. All right. Let's check out these example sentences using the term headline. Here we go. The first one. The headline of the newspaper announced the latest economic downturn. Next. Eye-catching headlines are important for attracting readers' attention. And finally, the headline accurately reflected the main points of the news story. Once again, speaking about this term headline, it's talking about the top of an article that shows you the title, what is going to be discussed or talked about. So in English, we say headline. Excellent. All right. Now it's time for us to go to our fifth word about American news and media. The fifth term is scoop. Yes, again, scoop. Excellent. Last time after me. Scoop. Great job. Now you're probably wondering, Tiffany, what does this term mean? Don't you worry, my friend, I will break it down. Now this again is a commonly used term when speaking about American news and media. So this term scoop has a noun and a verb form. So the noun form is a piece of news published by a newspaper or broadcast by a television or radio station in advance of its rivals. That's the key. In advance, before anybody gets to it, before anybody puts it out, you put it out. Again, a piece of news published by a newspaper or broadcast before anyone else, before its rivals. In English, we say scoop. Hey, I got the scoop. Hey, let me tell you what's going down before anyone else knows. Make sense? Excellent. All right. Let's check out these example sentences. Here's the first example sentence. The journalist's scoop about the celebrity scandal made front page news. Next, she scooped her competitors with an exclusive interview. Now this is the verb form of this word. And the verb form just means to obtain such a news story. So you obtain the scoop, like you're the first one to get the scoop. So the verb is you obtained it, you scooped it. She scooped her competitors. And next, Breaking news stories often rely on reporters' ability to scoop their competition. Another example of the verb form of this word. All right? So again, in English, we say scoop. Good. Again, after me. Scoop. Excellent. Very good. So again, we have 5 vocabulary words related to this topic. We have journalism. We have editorial. We have coverage. We have headline, and we have scoop. 5 words you must know in order to speak fluently and confidently about this topic. Now I want us to listen to a paragraph that includes each of these terms speaking about American news and media. Here's the paragraph. Listen closely. The American news scene is a whirlwind of competing voices. Journalists scramble for the next big scoop, that exclusive story that sets them apart. News outlets tailor their coverage to specific audiences, with some focusing on breaking news headlines and others offering in-depth analysis through editorials. Eye-catching headlines are key, designed to grab attention and get viewers to dive into the full story. By understanding this dynamic system, you, as an ESL learner, can become savvy consumers of American news and media, allowing yourself to participate more fully in informed discussions and navigate the ever-changing information landscape. Now, in this one paragraph, you were able to hear each of the 5 terms. Journalist, or journalism as we learned, scoop, coverage, headlines, editorials. These terms will help you finally speak English fluently and confidently about the topic of American news and media. My friend, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, teacher Tiffani. Don't forget, everything you learned actually came out in today's email. If you want to join the email list totally for free, go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. Once again, www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. And I'll talk to you in the next episode.